Hey everybody, Coach Kelly here, and in this month's Customer Spotlight, I want you to meet Mike, the founder of Summit Performance. He is a physical therapist and certified strength and conditioning specialist who optimizes the health of executives, business owners, and solo athletes. Mike overcame a career-changing knee injury, and now his mission is to redefine physical therapy as preventative maintenance. He consults with his clients on their physio in the same way they would their doctor, on a regular basis with guided check-ins. Zen Planner is his go-to for seamless business management. And in our conversation, we discussed how it helps his day-to-day operations, scheduling, and more. Check it out.
Yeah, so obviously on the op side, the operations side, I've got Zen Planner for my attendance, Zen Planner for my billing, Zen Planner for my client management / funnel. And I think Zen Planner is like the perfect piece of software for a guy like me who has like this. I've got the martial arts mentorship piece. I've got the personal training piece. I've got the physio piece. So like for somebody like me, it's like I am the Zen Planner guy, right? Like it's like I think it's been very effective for me at managing that, and that's been good. My virtual stuff I run mostly through Zoom, but with a few different little spins that I've put on it my own in terms of using multi-camera setups and things like that, which has been very good. And we spoke about this briefly last time as well. I'm a huge proponent of continual education and pushing myself and pushing the limits of where I can go and where this industry can go. So I've spent a lot of time now really digging into blockchain tech and Web3 technology, and I'm starting to offer unique one-off experiences by using some of these services with my clients. So that's sort of a whole separate side conversation, but that's been an interesting endeavor that I think has added a lot of value for my ability to kind of give my clients a physical item, and then I can update something on my side and it flips and their rehab program is up to date. So things like that have been huge value add. You've pointed out a good point there, and it's like I don't think any customer, myself included, would ever expect miracles, but like attentive incremental improvements are wonderful, right? Like it's like, you know, who doesn't want to be served better, and who doesn't want, like, you know, I talked about this with you beforehand as well. Like high fidelity, high sensitivity touch point interactions are the stuff that makes or breaks client interactions, right? So things where it's like, you know, where I can send an email to support and 4 hours later I've got a video back in my inbox. It's like those are the people I connect with. You know what I mean? It's like those people and their ability to fire back responsive and helpful notes to me, or even an email back like, hey, Mike, I don't understand. Like, no problem. Like, let me try this again, you know? So the COVID thing was interesting because in Canada, there was a bunch of different time periods and they all flipped so fast. So we went from, again, my service is one-on-one and my service was in private property. So it's not like I was using public spaces or whatever. So there was a brief period of time where I wasn't able to go see my clients direct one-on-one. However, one of, I guess, the blessings of COVID was that it really helped me spool up my capacity to offer virtual services, which they're useful, but they're sub-ideal, I think, is the right way I've looked at it now. And it's useful, and I say that because a lot of my clients who are traveling, if I've got a client who is in Montreal for a week for business or I'm somewhere else, it works. It works, and it works pretty darn well. Like I've got it down to a pretty good science. And the big thing is in the grand scheme of their life and my life, it's like it lets them continue to train. You know, is it the same as me being there? No, not necessarily, right? But having said that, that's that value piece where it's like, no, it doesn't matter where I am. I could be in downtown Tokyo. You could be in Montreal, whatever. It's like, let's train, man. You know, so that's been a big value add and a big COVID hurdle I've helped. That's helped me. Sure. Yeah. So again, this ties back to the business strategy, and it's like it has to be comprehensive. So I've chosen at this point, for a myriad of reasons, not to be on social media. Now, there's a lot of different reasons for that, but one of the primary reasons for that is when I looked at my target market and the people who I work with, how many 60-year-olds are on Instagram or Facebook? The answer is probably not many. And the second question after that is, if they had the time to be on those platforms, regularly, they would probably not be looking for me anyways. They'd probably be looking at maybe somewhere in the middle, like a boutique gym or whatever, right? So my strategy with people who, again, are in that probably, like, let's say I have one client who's fairly young, but like 32. But besides that, he's kind of an exception. Most of my men and women that I work with are, say, 50 plus, 49 to 65. Okay. And most of those people are certainly not on Instagram every day. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So word of mouth goes well with them. LinkedIn is actually one that I think is probably valuable in the sense that that's where people on that kind of level in the last few years of their career are well connected. So that's something I see value in. And I've also experimented with and have started to see better success now with trying things like luxury real estate magazines. So people that'll kind of flick through, and maybe this is like a Canadian thing, but in Canada we have like cottage country or cottage culture where in the spring and summer, a lot of these people who live in like the greater Toronto area will have their home here, but they'll also have their home kind of like, I guess, New York in like the Hamptons or whatever, right? Or, you know, so people like that who have a second home,
like that.
So something like that where they're flipping through, you know, something that comes on their doorstep. Oh, shoot, this guy's got this service. That's interesting. Yeah. So to my point earlier about value add versus price signal, right? It's like, okay, I pay $100 US, but it's like, by the same token, I don't measure it in that. How much time, what is that like, this is the question I'm asking that somebody would be asking me if they were trying to sell me something. It's like, hey man, Mike, how much time do you save every week by having your appointments booked and not managing them in some exceptional service? How much time do you save by having these auto emails run? And you know what I mean? So it's like, to me, it's the ROI on it is, you know, am I saving more than 100 US, so 130 Canadian dollars a month by using Zen Planner? It's like, yes.